Great exciting news for a Monday evening as the push for the purple power seems to be working across the board in record amounts. As Steve Mnuchin's deal points continue to mirror the push for the purple power, he makes changes, and those changes are exactly the changes we've been asking for. But how far can we push? And how soon can it be till we get executive orders? This is Evening's LALATE. Hey, good evening, everybody. It's a Monday evening, and it's warm and brisk, and it's supposed to be very hot here in Los Angeles in a few days, but hope you're good and safe where you are tonight. Incredible great news about your second stimulus check, the amounts, the routing times, and second stimulus package. Big developments today across the board, and I'm glad that you've joined me, and I'm glad that you're here. Go to the front of this channel, subscribe, because we're trying to reach 300,000 subscribers in 6 months. Let's do it. Also likes this video. In tonight's video, I'm going to be having a lot of details for you. I'm going to be going over the progress that the Purple Power has made in just a few days and how we are so close and how it seems really that almost that Steve Mnuchin's watching these videos because everything that we've been asking for has been done with the exception of one thing. Getting it by executive order. It's been by deal points, but not by executive order. And all we just need to do is get that part finished, and then we're over the finish line. Next, I'll be going over the Trump rallies. These might be the places in which you could hear an announcement for executive orders, and they're coming in in a big swarm. Finally, Amazon Prime Day tomorrow. This could gauge the sentiment of senators and House members as to whether stimulus is needed if there's a drop-off on Amazon Prime Day. All right, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here tonight is the power of the purple. The power of purple power is just surprising us all. We now know that either Steve Mnuchin is watching these videos or he's seen your tweets or a combination of both because his movement on his numbers is mirroring exactly what we have been asking. The only thing that could have been any better was $2,000 checks for every month for 6 months, but I think that would have caused, panic in the Senate had he done that. But let me go over the details. First, he raised the dependence check. Finally, my goodness. Second, he raised the child's check. Oh my God. Third, he did retroactive FPUC. Fifth, he expanded FPUC. Six, he did exactly the amount for state and local that I told him to do. Oh my goodness. And seventh, the big one, which I'll probably start with, is that he released all his numbers. Okay, let's get to the breaking details. If you did not tune in, I think it was on Friday last week, I really slammed Steve Mnuchin. I said, listen, Stevie, we need to know your numbers. I'm tired of all this. Just give us the damn numbers. Give us what the deal offer is. We knew he had a $1.9 trillion offer. We knew that 1.8. We understand that 1.8 is higher than 1.6. We just didn't understand what the hell was in the 1.8 deal offer. And we're like, we're not stupid. Can we see what the numbers are? Can we see what's in there? Well, on Sunday evening, a little bit more today, his deal offers just happened to appear. Just happened to appear in NBC News's publishing reports. And boy, it was absolutely incredibly detailed. It wasn't just like one number in a paragraph. It was everything, a line item. God bless him or whoever just made it available. So what we learned was, first, all the nuances. Airlines were trying to get money behind us, and hotels were trying to jump in front of us. All these people were just, a little bit for me, a little bit for me, a weight behind us. And then we saw stimulus checks. It said $1,200 adults, $1,000 child. What? Yes. So adult dependence, a full darn stimulus check. Finally. Oh my God, finally. We have been arguing this and pleading for this for days and weeks. And God, I mean, the very first videos that really sort of took off in this channel space when I moved into stimulus were the videos on SSDI, SSI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits. No one was covering for you in reporting. No one was covering your subject matter. And I said, you're going to get a stimulus check this time around. You're going to get it, and it's going to be a full stimulus check. It's not going to be no check or a watered down check. And what had happened was under the first stimulus package, they cut out all dependents who were adults. So if you were on SSDI and SSI and Social Security or Railroad benefits, but appear as a dependent on someone else's tax return, you didn't get a stimulus check under the first stimulus package. It was a horribly bad rule, that first stimulus package in March. Very bad. That's why I didn't get a stimulus check in March, the first stimulus check. And a lot of viewers initially, when I started recording those videos, said, I didn't get a stimulus check because I'm on SSDI. No. It wasn't because you're on SSI. I didn't get a stimulus check because I'm a veteran. No, it's not because you were a veteran. I didn't get a stimulus check because I was on SSA. No. It was because you were potentially a dependent on someone else's tax return and were an adult. Well, in the latest proposal, Steve Mnuchin apparently has listened, or has seen your tweets, or everything and above, because he came in at a $1,200 adult dependent stimulus check. At this point, Steve Mnuchin's offer is what Donald Trump said, a more generous check than the Democrats, because Nancy Pelosi's current offer is $500 for adult dependents. Now, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You're a veteran, you serve this country, and she did not give you a first stimulus check at all because you're dependent on someone else's tax return, and now this time she wants to give you $500? That's really cheap, Nancy. How about you sell some of that ice cream and give us a full stimulus check instead? I mean, just crazy. Now, the next thing was children. Oh, children going hungry, children going hungry, children going hungry. How hungry are children, Nancy's bill? They're very hungry because she's only giving them a $500 darn stimulus check. They're very hungry. That's why they're going hungry, children going hungry, because she's only giving them $500. What is Steve Mnuchin giving them? He's giving them $1,000. Double what Nancy is giving them. Wow. So this is incredibly great news. So if you're an adult, whether you're a dependent or a non-dependent under Steve Mnuchin's plan, Trump plan, $1,200 stimulus check. Children, $1,000 stimulus check. So if you're a family of five, a single mom with 4 kids, well, it would be $1,200 and then $4,000 on top of that. So $5,200. Did I do that correctly? I think I did. So this is really, really great news. The next thing of great news is that the Purple Power has been pushing for retroactive FPUC. Retroactive FPUC. Now, I understand. I've said 1,000 times that it should go back to late July because that's when FPUC ended. It should not go back to when LWA ended, as someone said in the comments, which is sort of ridiculous. That's just a ridiculous comment because LWA ended in every state a different week. I mean, this is, not every state did LWA the same way. And yeah, if you say, okay, 6 weeks from when FPUC expired, let's add 6 weeks. Well, not every state paid 6 weeks of LWA. Like Florida paid, whatever. So that doesn't even make sense. We've always said FPUC needs to go retroactive. Well, Steve Mnuchin heard but didn't hear clearly. So you got to shout a little louder. He did FPUC retroactive to September 12th. Steve, come on now. Get back. Back it up. It's like a hip hop club. Back it up, Steve. That visual is horrible. He's gone forward. Now, this is really incredible, great news. He's gone forward, further into the future. You need to come back for the future. Steve Mnuchin is now giving you FPUC into middle January, which is really, 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 really good. I mean, the Problem Solvers bill was to give you FPUC to late December. Nancy's just, give you FPUC until she can chase the postman around a little bit more. So Steve Mnuchin's giving you FPUC until late January, middle January, which is incredibly great news. It's just, I don't like that because you're going to be unemployed in July, and you can say, hey, where's my unemployment FPUC for August? We'll wait till January, and if you're still unemployed in January, then you'll get an extra month. No. Just give me what I suffered already, and then just, we'll deal with January another time. So this is incredible progress. Next item of progress is staying local. Staying local. This is so exciting. I mean, this is the inherent thing that locked up these people for 4 months. She wanted $915 billion for staying local, which is like 3 years of grant money, which is like, enough money to build a whole new Capitol building. It's ridiculous. Well, Steve Mnuchin was at $200 billion, which I said was ridiculous because Mark Meadows said, you know what? The president will go to $300 billion. Well, Steve Mnuchin, why are you at $200 billion? If you heard my recordings all last week, I said, Steve, offer what Mark said. He said the president will go to $300 billion. My exact words, say to Nancy $300 billion and it's a day. Call it a day. Well, he did do the $300 billion. There's only one problem. She didn't call it a day. She's like chilling, going hungry. So he's listening. The only problem is he needs to do this by executive order. Oh my God. So you've gotten him on deal points, with the exception of retroactive FPUC, and that's $400 per week. He needs to go back further. He has no hazard pay, of course. I mean, it's a Republican. He has some EIDL grants in there. He has some hazard pay-ish grants. So I'll get you that money and figure out how you get that money to rebound from the fact that there's no hazard pay called hazard pay. But he still needs to do stimulus checks. I mean, he still needs to do stimulus checks. There's a reason why McConnell versus Trump, our new hit show, is a hit, and in the time slot where unemployment is, and it's sort of a mixture show, unemployment and McConnell versus Trump, is because people are pissed as hell at Mitch McConnell. They're pissed that he closed the Senate for voting. And you know what makes this... Boy, I can't even say this was straight. You know what? I paused there because I'm about to get angry. I'm like, control yourself. Why I was about to get angry was because Mitch McConnell closed the Senate because 3 senators got COVID. Okay. And the second senator is Senator Lee. Okay. So he closed the Senate for all voting. Well, excuse me, put the Senate on recess, meaning you cannot vote on a bill. None of this can become law by voting. Close the Senate for recess because 3 senators have COVID. And so the whole country's lawmaking ability is shut down because those 3 senators. Well, guess what? Senator number 2 that got COVID, guess where he is today? In the Senate confirmation hearings for Miss Barrett, Judge Barrett. I mean, really, Mitch? You close down the Senate and put it on recess so we can't have a stimulus law for 3 senators, and the one of the senators who's COVID-19 positive just, 10 seconds ago, like Saturday, is now sitting in the actual room next to the judge and asking her questions. If he can do that, then he can open the damn Senate for the rest of us and kick his lead to the corner. Awful, awful, awful. Trump rally. This makes me sort of excited. Not that I'm going, but that maybe he will announce some stimulus, or as Sir Loin would say, stimulus. Did you get some stimulus? Maybe he'll announce some stimulus at these events, and we can get moving here. We gotta get a movement. I mean, someone has to have conversation with him. Get it going. Senior advisor Jason Miller told reporters today that the president's getting on my case about not having enough rallies and public events scheduled. Okay, so if you could find Jason Miller on Twitter. I'm not joking. If you can find senior advisor Jason Miller to the president, also get on his case about not doing stimulus checks by executive order. Here's the guy to be contacting. It's Jason, Jason, Miller, Miller, senior advisor to Donald Trump. Please don't tag the wrong Jason Miller. I'm sure there's like 9,000 of them on Twitter. And he said, in the lease, on the lease term, we're trying to do at least 2 to 3 events per day. Wow! So we got 3 chances per day for him to announce executive orders. You know, the president always announces executive orders at rallies. So let's get it going. The president was not on my case, so he's ready to go. Miller said we're in the home stretch. Everything will grow as we get closer to election day. Well, how about some announcement of some executive orders? The president, Trump, who tested positive with First Lady Melania on October 2nd, has been negative, I think, for 3 days. So that's really good. Glad for him. Trump campaign manager Bill Steffen. Oh, he's one other one to tweet. His name is spelled Stepien. That's Stepien. He said that you're going to really see strong advertising. We're going to be out of the box this week. Tremendous appeal to seniors. Oh, seniors would love a stimulus check. So that's how you appeal to seniors. Whatever perceived slippage you've seen in the polls in numbers among seniors is absolutely certainly it will be addressed. It's going to be addressed with some stimulus checks by executive orders. I can feel it. And if you don't feel it, Bill Steffen, then tag Bill Steffen, Purple Power. Some advisors have voiced concerns about the president venturing out one more. He's going to kill himself, one Trump advisor said. I just don't believe that. And then Amazon Prime Day is coming up. That's tomorrow, apparently. Amazon Prime Day apparently is tomorrow. And so a lot of analysts are really trying to look and see if that's an indicator of why we really need stimulus. Because if sales are not brisk, then how about our stimulus? Let me go with some of your incredible comments from last night. Sophia, enough of the grandstand playing politics. We need a lifeline. Thomas, they can spin their heads all the way they want, then act stupid, but it's done and done. Vote them out, period. Robert Bates, there's no longer a negotiation. It's a domestic terror attack. No, stop that. Patricia, Nancy Pelosi doesn't care about American people. Lori, stop talk. People are suffering. Start issuing checks. Lynn Glenn, American people know what president they want the president to do executive order. Sherry, who's running this country? Pelosi or Trump? Spider-Man, with great power comes responsibility. My Uncle Ben. Patricia, blame all of them and vote them all out. Chris Iman. We all know who to blame. All of them. Craig, there's no answer here. The closer Trump gets to Pelosi's numbers, the future he gets from getting trouble from McConnell. WR, I'm so sick and tired of this. Thomas, I'm taking the names down and posting intent. Universal action. Winter's going to be difficult. Elizabeth Thomas, vote Medea for president. That's actually what it says. Kid Rock for the House and Bosphorus for the Senate. Okay. Richard Lawson, a dependent is a dependent, whether adult or child. Kids need money also, especially if they've been through with COVID. Patricia, president needs to send out executive orders. Luell, I wish they'd get together. Karen, people are starting need their money right now. Melissa, what a sad state. Patrish, blame game doesn't get stimulus. And there you go. Coming up next is Purple Power, which will be detailing more about this as well. As always, go to the French channel, subscribe. We're trying to reach 300,000 subscribers, and we're doing really well today, so keep it up. Also, like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LA for more.